Hey everyone, it's Christine with Mission Yoga. So we'll just give everyone about a minute. Just want to make sure our connection is okay and we're all good to go for class. Fix my camera and then we'll get started. Make sure we're all set up. There, I think I'll fit. Okay. We're all good. Can everyone hear me? You okay? Hey. All right. So come onto your mat. Come into a child's pose. Toes together, knees wide. And relax your upper body onto your mat. Begin to deepen your breath. Set an intention for yourself, getting ready for this 60-minute all levels vinyasa class. Remember to keep your breath moving. Let it be your guide for your class and always listen to your body. So if at any time you feel like you need to take a different variation in a pose or take rest in child's pose, please, please, please feel free to do so. This is your practice. Make it your own. So just taking a couple more deep breaths right here in child's pose. Just clearing your mind to any thoughts off of your mat, outside of your practice, giving your full attention to the next hour for yourself. Crawl the fingertips forward as you reach the hips a little closer to the heels, creating length along the entire spine. Take one more full deep breath in. Empty it out completely. And then make your way to hands and knees. Find a tabletop position, and we'll start with a calf stretch, stepping the right foot to the back of the mat, keeping the toes tucked. Press into the heel, untucking the left toes, maybe walking the hands forward for a little bit more of a stretch, creating some resistance by pressing the mat away from you with your palms. Breathe. Good. If you've moved your hands, bring them back underneath the shoulders. Lift the right leg off the mat, keeping the foot flexed, and extend the left arm long in front of you. Pull up through your core. Keep your gaze set somewhere just slightly forward, not cranking the head up and not looking straight down. You want to keep your balance. From here, bending at the knee, pressing the sole of the right foot towards the ceiling and either taking a half bind, wrap around your low back, or staying with the arm extended. If it's accessible for you to reach the top of the right foot, do so. If you're full binding, really pressing into the left palm with the top of the right foot. Breathing into that opening you're creating in the shoulder and in the chest. One more breath. And release it. Reach forward and back. And come all the way down to tabletop, hands and knees. Making sure the knees are hip width distance apart. And setting it up on the left. Pressing the left foot to the back of the mat. Staying on the ball of the left foot. Press into the heel. Maybe walking the fingertips forward to create that resistance. Pressing away through the palms. Breathe. Good. If you've moved your hands, bring them back underneath the shoulders and lift the left foot off the mat, keeping the foot flexed, and extend right arm long in front of you, thumb points to the ceiling. Breathing here, setting your gaze, engage your core. Then bend the left knee, sole of the foot reaching up, either staying right here or take that half bind around the low back. Full bind if it's accessible. Each side might be different. That's okay, just working with what comes. Breathe. If you're full binding, creating that resistance by pressing the top of the foot into the palm. One more breath in. Let it go. And release your bind. Reach forward and back. Coming to tabletop, hands and knees. Taking 3 rounds of cat and cow here. On your inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, tailbone up. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, look up, tailbone lifts. Exhale, round, press the mat away from you, shoulder blades to the ceiling. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale to neutral. Exhale, tuck the toes, walk the fingertips forward a little bit, and lift the hips for your first downward facing dog. Adjust your stance as you need to, and take a couple deep breaths in your first down dog. Heels reaching towards the mat. Shake the head out, yes and no. Not holding it up, just dropping it, let it hang out heavy. Take 2 more breaths here. Feeling out your first down dog, taking any additional stretches or movements you feel like you need to. Inhale, sweep right leg to the ceiling. Exhale, bend at the knee, flex the foot, take it up and over so the sole of the right foot reaches to the left. Breathe here, opening up the hip, squaring the shoulders, pressing the right armpit towards the mat, not dipping into the left shoulder. One more breath. And release. Bend, 3-legged dog, and then lower, downward facing dog on all 4s. Take a breath. And flowing right into the other side. Inhale, sweep the left leg to the ceiling. Exhale, bend at the knee. Flex the foot, take it up and over so the sole of the left foot reaches to the right. Opening up the hip. Not dipping into the right shoulder, spinning the left armpit down. One more breath. And release it. Extend the leg and lower all the way down to downward facing dog. Take a breath in, come up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, bend the knees, look to the hands, and step yourself to the top of the mat, feet together. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly sweep up to stand, arms reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take 2 deep breaths here, recalling your intention. Release the arms at the sides. We'll warm up with sun salutation A. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, high plank. Take a breath in, top of a push-up. Exhale, either bending at the elbows for Chaturanga Dandasana or drop the knees, chest, and chin, keeping the seat high. Inhale, sweep the chest forward, baby cobra pose or up dog. Exhale, press up and back. However you need to get there, meet us in downward facing dog. Breathe. You can always skip a vinyasa, meet us right in down dog, and modify as you need to. If you need to drop your knees, if you need to take baby cobra, please do so. Listen to your body. Inhale up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look to the hands, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly rise up to stand, reach arms overhead, palms press. Exhale, hands to heart. One more sun A like that with your breath. Inhale, sweep up, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, high plank. Inhale. Exhale, either low plank, elbows close to your side body, or drop the knees and modify. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And let it go. Inhale up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to stand, palms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep up and reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step or jump back and lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, forward and through, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift the hips, lower the heels, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, sweep right leg to the ceiling. Exhale, pull the knee to your nose, core plank. Inhale, sweep right leg to ceiling. Exhale, pull the knee to your nose, step it through, runner's lunge, come up onto the fingertips. Finding some length through the spine. And keeping that idea of length in the low back as you press through your feet and rise up into high lunge. Trying not to jam into the lower back. Keep your core engaged. Breathe here, relax the shoulders. Keep the bend in the right knee, high on the ball of the left foot. One more breath. And bring your fingertips back to the mat, keeping the left palm planted, right arm reaches up, simple twist. Keep your breath moving. One more breath in. And on your exhale, gently drop left knee to mat, untuck the toes, coming into a low lunge. And wrap right arm around your low back for a half bind, opening up the shoulder, breathing into that space. Two more breaths here. One more inhale. Exhale. Release the bind. Inhale. Exhale, fingertips to the mat. Inhale, tuck the back toes, lift the left knee. Runner's lunge. Stay with your breath. And on an inhale, sweep up, high lunge once again. Breathe. Take a deep breath in, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse your warrior, stretch out that right side. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the palms to the mat. Step it back, high plank, inhale. Exhale, low plank or drop the knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, pull the knee to your nose, core plank. Inhale, extend the left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Runner's lunge, setting up your base, keeping that long spine grounding down through the feet. Keeping that idea of length, press down through the feet, and sweep up, high lunge. Breathe. High on the ball of the right foot. Keep the bend in the left knee. One more breath. On your exhale, bring the fingertips back to the mat. Keep the right hand planted. Reach the left arm to the ceiling. Simple twist. Breathe in your twist. From here, gently lower the right knee, untuck the right toes, and bring that left arm around your low back for a bind. Breathe here. Opening up the left shoulder. Take 2 more breaths. One more. And release it. Inhale. Exhale, fingertips to the mat. Inhale, tuck right toes, lift the right knee, runner's lunge. Exhale. Inhale, high lunge, sweep it up. Exhale, warrior 2. Spin the back foot parallel to the back of the mat, open arms. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. 1 breath here. Inhale, back to warrior 2. Exhale, cartwheel the palms to the mat. Step it back, high to low plank. Move through your vinyasa with your breath. Or meet us right in down dog. Take a couple breaths here. Good. I'm just going to move the camera a little bit up. Nope. Good. Take 1 more breath in your down dog. I guess the camera will just stay where it is today. Okay. Inhale, come up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly rise up to stand. Arms reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take 1 breath here. And let it go. Inhale, sweep up and reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Step or hop back and lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Let it go. Inhale, right foot reaches to the ceiling. Exhale, step it through. Come right into high lunge, sweep up. Exhale, warrior 2, open up. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten right knee. Exhale, bump the hips back, reach forward, out, and then down, coming into your triangle pose. Staying here for a few breaths. This is a good time to use a block. If you need to bring the floor a little closer to you, slide a block underneath your right hand. And if looking up to the ceiling is hard on your neck, you can always look down to your foot. 1 more breath. On your inhale, press into the feet, slowly rise up, come back to warrior 2, rebend right knee. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle pose, right hand to the mat, left arm reaches up. Briefly here, maybe using your right elbow to press the right hip open a little bit, pressing into that knee. Take 1 more breath. Exhale, cartwheel the palms to the mat. Step it back, either moving through vinyasa or coming right to down dog, your choice. Inhale, left leg reaches to the ceiling. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through and sweep right up. High lunge, breathe in. Exhale, warrior 2, open it up. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse it. Exhale, back, warrior two. Inhale, straighten left knee. Exhale, bump the hips back, reach forward, out, and then down. Coming into your triangle on the left. Taking a couple breaths here. Again, maybe using the block. Keys up or down depending on your neck. Take 2 more full deep breaths. On your inhale, press into the feet, come back up. Exhale, rebend, warrior two. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse the warrior. Exhale through, warrior two, coming into side angle, left palm down, right arm reaches up, or left elbow to knee, always an option for side angle. Breathe. Forgot to mention that on the right side, I'm sorry. Breathe here. Always adjust as you need to. This is your practice, not mine. One more breath. And cartwheel the palms to the mat. Make your way back, either through a vinyasa, using your breath, or coming right to down dog. And we'll all meet up right here in down dog. Stretch it out. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, extend the right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend at the knee, take it up and over, either flipping your dog or staying in three-legged dog with the hip opener. Again, it's up to you, whatever your practice looks like. Take one more breath, no matter where you are. And if you're flipped, flip it back. Meet everyone in three-legged dog. Sweep it through, core plank, and step the right foot between the hands. Drop the left knee, untuck the toes. Coming into your low lunge, you can start with your hands placed on top of the thigh or extend the arms to the ceiling. Breathe. Take a shoulder opener of your choice if you can. Interlace the hands behind your back, maybe pulling the fingertips down towards the mat. If that doesn't feel good on your shoulders, you can always grab opposite elbows. Just open up and rotate the shoulders open that way. Stay with the breath. One more. And then release, reach up. And then bring the fingertips to the mat. Heel toe the right foot forward a little bit to pop up onto the heel for a half split. Taking the first one really easy. It's a lot on the hamstrings, so take your time making sure your hip stays stacked over the knee. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, soften. You can stay with a flat back. If your hamstrings are open and you're okay to fold forward, go for it. I'm going to stay right here, finding somewhere where you feel some stretch, but you can still continue your breath. 2 more here. One more breath. Okay. Slowly start to rebend that knee. And from here, we're going to take a modified side plank. So keeping, or you can pop up into side plank if it's in your practice. I'm going to modify it today. Step the right foot to the back of the mat. And you can either keep the left knee down, or if you like to stack and take full, you can, but I'll show the modification on this side. Breathe in your side plank. Lifting up through the hips, engage your core. Strong in your obliques, your side abs. One more breath. Good, and lower. If you're in side plank, you can meet in high plank. And everyone either move through your vinyasa, rinsing that out, or meet us right in down dog. Stretch it out. Deep, full breaths. Setting it up on the other side. Sweep the left leg to the ceiling. Then bend at the knee, take it up and over to the right. Either stay right here in three-legged dog or flip your dog if that's in your practice. Lifting the hips. One more breath. If you flipped your dog, flip it back. Meet everyone in three-legged dog. Extend the left leg straight back. And then pull the knee to nose and step it through, coming down into your low lunge, untucking the toes, starting with either hands to the top of the thigh or extend arms to the ceiling. Breathe. Settling in here first. And then adding a bind behind your back for a little shoulder opener. Maybe, again, interlacing those fingers. If that's uncomfortable, you have the option to modify by grabbing elbows, maybe grabbing your wrists or grabbing your shirt. Just opening up the chest, opening up the heart space, and breathing into it. One more breath. Good, gently release. Arms reach up, and then bring the fingertips to frame the front foot, setting up that half split on the left, sitting the hips over the knee, over the left knee, or right knee, oops, over the right knee, extending the left leg, coming up onto the left heel. Take a breath in, find a little length, and soften forward on your exhale. Hang out here for a few breaths, getting comfortable with being a little uncomfortable. Take one more. Okay. Slowly make your way out, coming back to your low lunge position. Planting the right palm, we're gonna set up that side plank on this side. So either swinging the right leg back, or the left leg back, keeping the right knee on the mat, taking your modified version with the knee dropped, or pressing up so that both feet are flexed and you're in full side plank. Breathe. Engaging your core, lifting through the hips. Legs are strong and active in either variation. Take one more breath. And release it, either moving through your vinyasa or meeting right in down dog. Pedal it out, maybe shaking the head out, yes and no. Breathing, coming back to your breath in this down dog. Deep breath in, come up onto the toes. Exhale, bend at the knees, look forward, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, find some length. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up to stand, arms reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Deep breath here. Inhale, sweep up and reach. Exhale, bend at the knees, sit your seat, chair pose. Keep your tailbone tucked, your heart open, shoulders are back, weight is in your heels. Take one more breath in. And on your exhale, extend the legs, folding forward, hinging from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold and find ragdoll. Heel toe the feet apart. And you can take whatever ragdoll you feel like, maybe just opposite elbows. Or you can take gorilla, sliding the palms underneath the feet. and hanging out here for a little bit more of a hamstring stretch. Or take yogi toe lock. It's up to you. Just be here for a few breaths. Hanging out. Coming back to your breath. Opening up the back of the body, the back of the neck. Take one more breath. Let it go. Release the hands. Keeping the feet apart. Widen your stance on your mat. Maybe your toes hang off the edges of your mat. Setting up yogi squat. So definitely a wide stance. Bend your knees, sitting your hips between your heels, bringing your palms together, heart center. Having a slight turnout of the toes. This is also a really good time to slide a prop, a block, a pillow, something underneath your seat to make this pose a little bit easier. If this is hard, if you have really tight hips, it can be difficult. Breathe here using that leverage against your legs with your elbows to open up the hips. Keep the chest lifted, breathing deep in this grounding pose. One more breath. And release. Bring the palms to the mat. Lift the hips. Take a ragdoll. Stretch it out. Shake the head out yes and no. Maybe pedaling the knees. Good. And we'll take another yogi squat. If crow pose is in your practice, you can feel free to fly into your crow here. Or take another yogi squat. I'm going to hang out right here in yogi squat today. Good. So if you're taking crow, finding some lift, creating that shelf with your elbows. So actually, I changed my mind. I will join you in crow. So if you are going to take crow, planting your hands about shoulder width apart, starting with your hips high, bending the elbows to the back of the room, creating a shelf for your knees, engage your core, leaning forward, and start to lift, maybe one foot at a time, until eventually both lift off. Take one more breath. In your yogi squat or your crow pose. Crow pose, land, either floating through a vinyasa or you could come back to squat and meet us for one. Good, release. Palms to the mat, lift the hips up to the ceiling, heel toe the feet together, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step or jump back, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana, or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, forward and through, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, right leg reaches. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Spin the back foot down, warrior one. Sweep arms up overhead. Breathe in. Settle in on your exhale. Staying with your breath in your warrior one. From here, opening it up to warrior two, spinning the back foot parallel to the back of the mat. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. This time straighten the right leg, reversing your triangle. Getting a little break in that right leg. And then coming back, warrior two, right into side angle pose. You can modify bringing the knee, or the elbow to the knee, or the hand to the instep of the foot. Extend your side angle, reaching the left arm overhead, palm face down. Can stay right here. If you'd like to take a half bind, wrapping the top arm around the low back. Great, stay here. Or full binding if it's in your practice. Bird of paradise, if that's in your practice as well, go for it. Hang out for a few more breaths. Keep the chest spinning up and open, no matter what variation you're in, not collapsing the upper body over the lower body, keeping some lift. If you're bound, coming back to extended side angle. Then coming up, pressing down through the feet to meet up in your warrior two. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, reaching forward, out and down. Another triangle pose, stretch it out. One more breath. Good, from here, bringing the fingertips to frame the right foot, shorten the stance, hop step the left foot about halfway up your mat, having a turn out of the left toes to set up your pyramid. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, folding forward over your right leg, aiming the nose towards the knee, letting the head hang heavy. Two more breaths. One more. Inhale, coming back to a flat back. And finding a little lift, pressing off that back foot, hinging forward into a standing split. Relaxing the upper body over the right leg. Stay with your breath. And from here, prepare to drop into runner's lunge. So gently lower the left foot to the back of the mat, maybe widening your stance, lengthening, walking the right foot forward, bending into the right knee, just briefly, then dropping the left knee, untucking the left toes, setting up your low lunge. Breathe. And coming into a twist, extending the right arm to the ceiling. And you can add a little hip opener to this one if you want to walk the right foot to the edge of the mat and let the knee fall open to the right, maybe coming onto the outer edge of the right foot. Breathe. One more breath. And release it. Fingertips to frame the front foot. If you've moved the right foot, bring it back to center and set up another half split. If you practice full split and you're feeling warm enough, feel free to take it on. Setting up with your breath, lengthening on the inhale. Exhale, folding forward. Finding some softness. Two more breaths, whether you're in half split or full split. Keep your breath moving. And slowly, gently begin to make your way out. However you need to, begin to make your way to downward facing dog, maybe rinsing it out with the vinyasa or meeting us right there. Using your breath and listening to your body, taking what you need. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Setting up the other side. Inhale, sweep the left leg to the ceiling. Exhale, pull knee to nose, step it through, and spin down the right foot. Sweep up for your warrior one. Breathe in. Exhale, settle into your pose. Staying with your breath. Take one more inhale, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, open this up, warrior two. Inhale, flip the left palm, reverse your warrior, then straighten the left knee, reverse triangle, breathe. Inhale, back warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose. Either elbow to the knee or the top of the thigh, or hand to the instep of the foot. Extend your side angle, right arm reaches overhead. Breathe. Staying right here, maybe taking a half bind, maybe full binding, maybe bird of paradise. Good, whatever variation you're in. Again, keeping the chest open, the collarbone broad. Grounding down through your feet. If you're in bird, feeling grounded in that standing foot. Breathe in, breathe out. If you have a bind, release it. Birds, meet us back in extended. And coming back up, warrior two. Straighten the left knee, bump the hips back, reaching forward, out and down. Triangle pose. Breathe. Take two more breaths in your triangle. One more. And then bring your hands to frame the front foot. Shorten your stance, hop step that back foot in a little bit, keeping the right toes turned out for pyramid pose. Squaring the hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folding forward, aiming the nose towards your knee. Relaxing the head, shoulders are away from the ears. Taking a couple deep breaths right here in your pyramid. Coming back to that rhythm. Smooth inhales and exhales. One more full round of breath. Inhale, come to a flat back. And then find a little lift, pressing off with that right foot, coming into your standing split. Letting the upper body relax. Still breathing. Lifting through that lifted leg, pressing the sole of the foot towards the back of the room. Engaging all your muscles to lift it up a little higher. Deep breath in. Exhale out. And slowly drop the right foot to the back of the mat and finding a runner's lunge. And then a low lunge. Untucking the toes, coming up into your low lunge. Breathe. And finding that twist. Keeping the right hand down, reaching the left arm up, and you can add that little hip opener, maybe letting the knee fall open, coming on to the outer edge of the left foot. Breathe. One more breath. And release it. Coming back to center, heel toe, the left foot back where it started. And coming into either half split or full split. Inhale, find some length. Exhale, soften. Taking this to your edge, somewhere where, again, you could find a stretch, being okay with the discomfort, not feeling any heat or pinching. Just a gentle stretch where you can maintain your breath. Take two more breaths. One more. slowly rebend the front knee and make your way back, either moving again through a vinyasa. I'm going to modify with my knees dropped, chest and chin, or meeting us right in down dog, your choice. Stretching everything out in down dog, maybe pedaling the feet, alternating, lifting and dropping the heels, shake the head yes and no, stretch everything out. Eventually dropping into a child's pose. So bringing your toes together, your knees wide, and relax the upper body onto the mat. Just coming back to your breath, back to your intention in your child's pose. And noticing if this child's pose feels a little different than your first child's pose. Deep, full breaths. Take one more. Empty it out completely. And coming back to your down dog. Feet hip width distance apart, stretch it out. Deep breath in, come up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up to stand, reach. Exhale, hands to heart. Bring your hands at your sides, palms forward, stand tall in your mountain pose. Take 2 deep breaths here. Just regrounding before we come back down onto the mat. Inhale, sweep up, reach overhead. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Last vinyasa. Exhale, plant the palms, step or jump back, lower down, chaturanga dandasana or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, forward and through, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. From here, drop the knees, lift your head and slowly lower yourself all the way down onto your stomach. Coming into Sphinx pose for a gentle back bend. Breathing here, relaxing the glutes. Elbows and palms are about shoulder width apart, planting the palms into the mat, spreading the fingers. Press into the elbows and pressing into the forearms to keep the shoulders away from the ears. You don't want to start sinking down. So if you feel yourself doing this, actively press the floor away from you. Just take a couple of deep breaths here in this calming back bend. If you want a little bit more of an intense back bend, you can bring your palms outside the outer corners of your mat and press into the fingertips with this V shape of the arms for seal pose. Breathe. One more breath. Good, and gently lower down. Press the palms into the mat, tuck the toes, and lift yourself either up through a plank to down dog or through child's pose to down dog. However you need to get there, make your way there. And stretch it out, neutralizing the spine, really lifting the tailbone up towards the ceiling, flattening the back. And we'll set up pigeon pose on the right. Sweep the right leg to the ceiling. And then pull the knee to the nose, brief core plank. And then bring the right shin as parallel to the top of the mat as you can, keeping the feet flexed. Inhale, find a little length, sitting up tall. And exhale, either staying right here with your palms in the mat, or if it's part of your practice, you can come onto the forearms, maybe coming all the way down, forehead to the mat. Taking your time. If this is too much on your hips, you can always take lying down pigeon with your right ankle crossed over your left knee, pulling that left knee into your body as you're lying on your back. Getting the same hip stretch, no matter what variation you're in your pigeon, continuing your breath. Take one more. Slowly begin to make your way out, pausing here with the palms or fingertips in the mat. And then tuck the left toes, gently lifting the right leg to the ceiling, making your way to three-legged dog, shaking out that leg however you need to. I always like to stretch both of them out. And if you took lying down pigeon, you can stay right there and just switch your legs out because we're going to set up the left side. So reach left foot to the ceiling and swing it through, bringing that shin as parallel as possible to the top of the mat. Feet are flexed. Sitting up tall first, finding a deep breath. And then taking this where you can. Each side might be a little different. One hip is almost always tighter than the other. So maybe coming onto the forearms, maybe bringing the forehead onto the mat, maybe making a little pillow with your hands to rest your forehead. Taking a couple deep breaths. Coming up, begin to make your way out of your pigeon, pausing here. Fingertips or palms in the mat, sitting up tall. If you're in lying down pigeon, just hug your knees into your chest, rolling out that spine a little bit. And then tuck the back toes, lift the left leg to the ceiling, shake it out, however you need to stretch it out after that pigeon. And then stretch out in your down dog. However you need to, take your last stretches before we come back down all the way onto our mats, and we'll meet everybody on our backs. So swing the legs out in front of you and slowly lower, making your way there. Keeping the knees bent and hug them into your chest, rolling around on the back, rolling out that low spine. Maybe rocking back and forth or making circles. From here, take happy baby, reaching for the outer soles of the feet. If you have really tight hamstrings and you can't get the soles of your feet, you could always reach for the backs of the thighs, the backs of the knees. Good. Let the soles of the feet point to the ceiling, pulling the knees towards the side body. Again, you can rock side to side, massage out that low back, opening up the hips. Breathe. Good. Release your happy baby and find an inversion, either legs up the wall pose, just extending the legs straight up to the ceiling, soles of the feet are reaching up. Shoulder stand and plow pose are in your practice. You can feel free to take those as well, or a headstand. absolutely go for it. Just be mindful of your neck. Legs up the wall is a really nice time if you have a prop or a block to slide it underneath the hip bones for a more passive pose. I'm just gonna improvise and use my hands today. Take a couple of deep breaths in your inversion. And wherever you are, just take your time beginning to make your way out of your inversion. And you can counter your inversion with fish pose. So sit up, bringing your hands underneath your sits bones, feet together. And gently lower on to your elbows and your forearms, keeping the elbows pulled in tight behind your body. Taking a deep breath in, lifting the heart up towards the ceiling. And exhale, slowly lowering the crown of the head towards the mat, just counteracting the compression that happens in inversion. Breathing into that space. To come out of your fish, gently lift your head first, and then bring your hands out from underneath you, slowly lowering yourself back down, pulling the knees into the chest, and then let your knees drop to the left, bring your gaze to the right for a twist. Just sinking in heavy into your twist, letting go of anything you're holding on to, of any breath patterns or sounds. Just letting it all go. Twisting it out, rinsing it out. One more breath in your twist. And then come through center, dropping the knees to the right, gaze to the left, arms in a T. You can have your eyes open or closed, just soften your gaze as you soften everything else. Still keeping your breath full and even, but not forcing anything. One more breath. Gently bring yourself back to center. Hug your knees in one more time. Then bring the soles of the feet onto the mat and let the knees fall open to the sides, coming into Supta Baddha Konasana. Recline bound angle, one hand to heart, one hand to your stomach, so one hand is on your heartbeat and the other is on your breath. Stay here for 5 of your own breaths. When you've taken your 5 breaths, gently draw your knees back together, extending your legs on your mat. Reach your arms long overhead, point your toes forward, take one complete full body stretch. And then relax your arms at your sides, relax your feet, letting them fall naturally. Coming into Shavasana, complete rest. So let your palms face the ceiling, relaxing your face, your jaw, the space between your eyebrows, letting your breath return to its natural flow, and just sinking into your mat. Maybe feeling that light buzzing feeling moving throughout your body, letting the hard work of your practice just sink in, allowing yourself to stay here as long as you need to, enjoying your Shavasana. I'm going to sign off from this video. But as always, thank you so much for joining me, and I cannot wait to see everyone shortly. Hope you enjoyed this practice, and I can't wait to practice again with you soon. Namaste.